live and then start your video.
3, 2, 1.
I wouldn't focus on people joining in.
Good morning, you guys. All right, we are on day 2 of our daily Bible reading. And today we're going to be doing Genesis 6 through 10. And yesterday we left off with the genealogy. We got all the way up from Adam and Eve and how Adam and Eve came onto the earth. And now we're at Noah. So, hey, just a heads up, you guys, I'm not going to be doing the when I hit a lot of genealogy and I hit like lots of names and family trees and stuff like that, I've been thinking about it. I've chosen to just kind of quickly go over those or maybe even skip them. Just because like when it goes, from person to person and person to person, it's like just a bunch of names. I think that my brain tunes out, and I'm sure you guys probably do too. So, hey guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the live. What's up, Jorda? What's up, Mama? Good to see you guys. Okay, here we go. We are doing Genesis 6 through 10. If you want to follow along, if you want to just listen, that's awesome too. And I am reading the New King James Version. The other version I really like is the NIV, which is the New International Version. Eventually I'll probably switch on over to that. It's a little easier to flows better. Sounds more like how we talk today. So, okay. But for now, we're going to do New King James Version. Here we go. You guys feel free to comment if I don't see your comments or I don't say something to you during this, because I'm going to kind of try to keep it moving today. If I don't see it, I'm going to read it afterwards. So, okay, yay. All right, here we go, guys. My name's Sarah, if you don't know me. So I'm happy to have you guys here. Here we are. All right, Genesis 6, the wickedness and judgment of man. Now it came to pass, when men began to multiply in the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves, and all whom they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came in to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of thoughts of his hearts was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping things, and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah pleases God. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was just a man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was also corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all the flesh had corrupted their way on earth. The ark prepared. And God said to Noah, The end of the flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it with inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. You shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. A little drink of water here. Okay. You shall make it with lower, second, and third decks. And behold, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth to destroy from under the heaven all flesh in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall go under the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female, of the birds after their kind, of animals after their kind, and of every creeping thing after its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you to keep them alive. And you shall take for yourself of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Thus Noah did, according to all that God commanded him, so he did. All right, moving right along. Genesis 7, the great flood, you guys. About to get good. All right. Then the Lord said to Noah, come into the ark and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. You shall take with you 7 of each every clean animal, a male and this female, 2 of each animals that are unclean, a male and his female, also 7 each of the birds of the air, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of the earth. For after 7 more days I will cause it to rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and I will destroy from the face of the earth all living things that I have made. And Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters were on the earth. 600, you guys. 600 years old. Wow. So Noah with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood. Of clean animals, of animals that are unclean, of birds, and everything that creeps on the earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male and female, as God has commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days, and the waters of the flood were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 7th day of the month, on that day all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah and Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, entered the ark. They and every beast after its kind, all cattle after their kind, every creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort, and they went into the ark to Noah, 2 by 2 of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. So those that entered, male and female of all flesh, went in as God commanded him, and the Lord shut them in. Now, the flood was on the earth 40 days. The waters increased and lifted up the ark, and it rose high above the earth. And the waters prevailed and greatly increased on the earth. And the ark moved about on the surface of the waters, and the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth. And all the hills uncovered, the whole heaven were covered. The waters prevailed 15 cubits upward, and the mountains were covered. And all flesh died that moved on the earth, birds and cattle and beasts, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, and every man. And it all in whose nostrils was the breath on the spirit of life, and all that was the dry land died. So he destroyed all living things which were on the face of the ground, both man and cattle, creeping things, and bird on the air. They were destroyed from the earth. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive. And the water prevailed in the earth of 150 days. Gosh, I'm just imagining the earth being so evil, that Noah and his immediate family were the only ones that were God was going to save. So, all right, here we go. Noah's deliverance. We're on 8. Thank you guys for joining. If you just joined, hey Jeff, Francisco, Armando, Eileen, appreciate you guys being here. Rob, okay, we got 2 more to go through. Here we go. Or actually 8, 9, and 10. Pushing forward. Noah's deliverance. Then God remembered Noah, and if you guys have questions too, put it down in the chat. And I don't have all the answers, but I'll read them when we're done, and then I'll come back and see if I can't answer questions, even if it's on tomorrow's video. Oh, and before I forget, I'll mention one more time at the end, but I'm thinking 7:30 every day is going to be my time that I check in and I do my reading. So if you guys are interested in joining consistently, let me know. Oh, cool, Jeff. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. Good to see you. I tell your wife I say hi. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm thinking 7:30 a.m. every day. So you guys let me know if you think there's a different time that would be better. Otherwise, that's what I'm thinking. All right, 7:30 a.m. Texas time. So if you're in California or somewhere else, a little adjustment. All right, here we go. Noah's deliverance. Then God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the water subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters receded continually from the earth. And at the end of the 150 days, the waters decreased. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, the 7th day of the month, in the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. So it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned into the ark for him, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took her and drew her into the ark himself. And he waited yet another 7 days. And again he set the dove out from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a fresh plucked olive leaf was in her mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he waited yet another 7 days and sent out another dove, which did not return again to him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, in the first day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. And in the second month of the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds and cattle and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, so that they may be abound on the earth, and be fruitful and multiply on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him. Every animal, every creeping thing, every bird, and whatever creeps on the earth, according to their families, went out of the ark. God's covenant with creation. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Nor will I again destroy every living thing as I have done. With the earth remains seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease. You guys remember, as we're reading this, this is the Old Testament. So they did things a little bit differently with the offerings and, So, all right, here we go. 9. So God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth. So everyone's going to be afraid of them. On every bird of the air, we're rulers, and on all them that move on the earth, and on all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hand. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all things, even as the green herbs, but you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. Surely for your lifeblood I will demand a reckoning. From the hand of every beast I will require it, and from the hand of man, from the hand of every man's brother, I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God he made man. And as for you, be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply in it. Then God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And as for me, behold, I will establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, and of all that go out of the ark, every beast on the earth. Thus I establish my covenant with you. Never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood. Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you. For perpetual generations I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. I've always loved rainbows for this reason. It's a sign from God. And the rainbow, I would have to say, got hijacked, but I won't go off on that. But the rainbow is a sign from God. Okay. And I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. It shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and every living creature of all flesh. The water shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look on it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. And God said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all the flesh that is on the earth. That's so beautiful. Noah and his sons. Now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. These were the 3 sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then, he drank of the wine and was drunk and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and his 2 brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done to him. Then he said, cursed be to Canaan, a servant of servants. He shall be to his brethren. And he said, blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years. And then he died. All right. Moving right along. We've got one more, you guys, for today. Genesis 10. Thank you guys for sticking with me. All right. Here we go. Nations descended from Noah. Now this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and the sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madab, Javan. Okay, this is where I'm going to kind of skip a little bit, like I was talking about. So we've got these whole first 2 paragraphs are all names, you guys. If you want to read them, go for it. I'm going to skip them. Just a bunch of hard to pronounce names. Okay, so there were a bunch of sons from Noah. Okay, sons had sons, and sons had sons. All right. From these, with the coastland peoples of the Gentiles were separated into their lands, every according to his language, according to their families, into their nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seb, Havilah. Okay, more sons. Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod and the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Assyria and built Nineveh, Rebanath, Kala, and Rezin between Nineveh and Kala. That is the principal city. Mizraim begot Lubadan, little tongue twisters here, guys. Anamim, Labahim, Napatuhim, Patharusium, and Kalashim, from whom came the Philistines and Kaphatorim. We give it a shot. Okay, Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth. The Jebusites, stick with me, we're almost done. The Amorite, the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Archite, the Sinite, the Arvadite, the Zemorite, and the Hamathite. Afterward, the families of the Canaanites were dispersed. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you go toward Gerar, as far as Gaza. Then, as you go towards Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, as far as Lasha, these were the sons of Ham, according to their families, according to their languages, in their lands, and in their nations. And children were born also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber. The brothers of Japheth were the elder. The sons of Shem were Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gother, Mashmash. Okay, lots of sons. We're going to skip some of these sons, you guys. Lots of sons. Hold on. These were the sons of Shem, according to their families, according to their language, or in their lands, according to their nations. They were the families of the sons of Noah, according to their generations in these nations, and from these nations were divided on the earth after the flood. So basically, Noah's genealogy really just took off, flourished. Sons had sons, more families, more families. So we're just setting the stage for moving forward, for eventually Jesus coming onto the scene. So we're just, the genealogy is important, but like I said, I'm going to be kind of skimming it, if that's okay with you guys. If you guys don't like that, let me know if you want me to read it all. But I just feel like it's a bunch of hard to say names, and that we've already all have so much information coming into our head all the time that's more important just to go over the important points. So, all right, you guys, let me know. Give me your feedback. Post it up in the comments if 7:30 Texas time is a good time for me to get on and read. Francisco, Jeff, thanks, Francisco, Shiv, Eileen, my mama. I mean, I've got 44 Ghost Player, Erico, Emma, Jorda, Eek. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Ekiko. Jeff, you're so welcome for your daily bread. I log on again. I would love to have you again. I'm going to do this every day, 7 days a week. So, God bless you. Praying for you guys. Hey guys, let's close it out with a prayer. We'll be done. God, thank you so much for this day. It's Friday, isn't it? Thank you so much for this Friday, God. God, I appreciate every single person on here, Jesus. God, I just pray that you just, we all are going through our own individual stuff, Jesus. I pray that you fill each individual person on here with the joy that can only come from you, God, with energy that can only come from you, God. Give them the light, that let them walk in light today, God. Give them energy and joy. Give them a passion to get to know you better, God. And God, form a hedge of protection around them in their daily day activities, God. And whatever they're walking through, God, or whatever they're about to walk through, God, give them the strength to get through it, Jesus. Let them know that they're not alone, God. And just stay close to those that love you, Jesus. I pray blessings over everybody on here today in the name of Jesus. Amen. You guys, thanks for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now, but not for long.